shot by Buddha. Facebook Gaming in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
What'd you think about Xbox possibly going up for sale? To be honest, like, PC is the master race. We've been knowing it's been coming. One of my homeboys is asking me about buying another console. I'm like, just get a PC, bro. At this point, if you want to have like the Xbox stuff and play your Xbox stuff through controller through the PC, just build a PC. I'd be hard pressed to spend $500 or $600 on another console. GameStop, who's going to GameStop to buy a game or buy a console? Like, you go to Target or Walmart, you're gonna be sitting back there for 30 minutes for somebody to come open the cage up. Like, at this point, that stuff need to be pushed. They need to go take all the GameStops and consolidate them and put micro centers around all the metro areas that got GameStops, because like, kids are either playing stuff on a tablet or a phone mobile, or you need a PC, right? Because like, once they introduced cross-platform, this was natural progression. You know what I'm saying? Like, hardware is being removed. Like, nobody's looking for a digital camera unless you streaming and you got one on a DSLR. Nobody's looking for an iPod. You got all that in your phone. You know what I'm saying? The same way as in the future, like, you won't be looking for a console. You'll probably be able to tap in and play your games mobily or play it on a PC. You know what I'm saying? Like, consoles is just like, there's not going to be a real benefit to them in the future. And if you streaming and making content, it's going to be more powerful on the PC anyways. So I think we'll get to a point in the future where everything's DLC. You know, like, it took so long for GTA 6 to even drop, and still hasn't dropped. Cyberpunk, you think about like Madden, College Football 2K is already introducing, like, with the premium reward monthly thing they're doing, they're already introducing to you to have you paying for DLC. You know, The Witcher, Fallout, most of the games now is just like DLC upgrades. At some point, I just think that like consoles is gonna be obsolete. You're gonna have a PC and you just gonna pay a service, just like cable TV is gone. You pay streaming services on what you want to watch, whether it's Netflix, Hulu. They start putting boxing fights on Hulu the way Disney and ESPN work. YouTube TV, all this stuff. Amazon TV, Amazon buying into NFL. When you watch the World Cup and NBA, how it's all over the place. You got to go over here to watch this and go over here to watch that. Like, I think it's going to be the same with gaming. It's just going to be like DLC downloads to a PC. Because if you think about it, when people always was like having a PlayStation, Xbox argument, I always thought it was stupid, because it's like, even if you get a PlayStation, you still need Windows PC. You still have, if you play controller on PC, you're still going to have a Microsoft controller plugged up to your stuff. So it's like Microsoft Xbox. It's like them just saying like, all right, it's just Microsoft and you know, kind of like going into the natural progression of where things is. It's like the people that don't know that Converse is owned by Nike, or these places kind of roll into the bigger part of it, which is Microsoft. So it's like, if you have some Microsoft Game Pass connected to your PC, like, you deep down know that it's Xbox. It's just, you know, them moving into a way that makes more sense financially for them. If you got GTA 6, you're gonna need on the PC. Like, bro, if it took them, like, hold on, let me make sure I got the, let me make sure I got this right. What year did GTA 5 release? GTA 5 released in 2013. We talking about going 15 years before they give you a new version. We still ain't got it yet. Okay. Roblox. All the kid. Like, Roblox is basically the kids' version of GTA. Roblox released on September 1st, 2006. So we're going 20 years deep on Roblox, right? Minecraft full release in 2011. So like the biggest games on earth, GTA, Roblox, and Minecraft, like these games have been out for so long that like who cares about if it's gonna be exclusive or not? By the time those games actually give you a full version new, you're gonna have to have a PC to even play it. I just hate GTA 6 won't drop on PC for about a year at least. Only way you're going to get Zelda Ocarina of Time remake is on Nintendo Switch 2. Rabbit, trust me, they'll license and lease it out. Like, if everybody got off console and consoles were slightly obsolete, they probably could release some DLC of Zelda to where you could play it on PC. Where you got like, just like TV, you want to watch the boxing, you gotta have Peacock, or you gotta have Amazon Prime, or you gotta have Netflix, like premium or something. Like, they could just do that. Just think about the number of people who don't have Nintendo Switch, who got PC, who would just pay a monthly fee to just play like exclusive Zelda on PC. We gotta start thinking about the future of like how things are gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you go somewhere and buy a $50,000 brand new car off the lot, and you don't got a CD player or a tape deck in it. The first person who did that is like batting their eyes. Like, last year was the last year that they made stick shift Porsches. So it's like someone's batting their eyes. A guy that's probably been driving Porsches for 50 years, buying new models, is like, I can't buy a stick shift Porsche anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, like, the thing that used to be the barrier is no longer the barrier. You know, you got Steph Curry signing a deal with Lightning. You got what's my boy? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander signing a deal with Converse instead of going to any of the other brands that was after him. Shaq was after him with Reebok, and then they made him like CEO over basketball of Converse. Like, not only does he got a shoe, he get to run all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting past the way things used to be done. It's gonna be way more lucrative for them to have, like, what if they have like some kind of Nintendo Pass? When people come off of PlayStation and Xbox, would they have like a Nintendo Pass? People pay $10 a month to play exclusive Nintendo titles on PC. You know how much money they will make off that? That you could play on your Switch and you could log into your PC and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, they, like, just like you got HBO, if you, or Stars, if you want to watch Power or something like that, it could be the same way. Like, all right, $10 a month if you want to play Zelda, or don't play it. You can't. You know what I'm saying? GTA 6 drops in November. They've been saying GTA 6 gonna drop for 3 or 4 years, bro. When I see it drop, I know it's dropped. Imagine the people that, do you remember when they said it was gonna drop and people was like revamping their whole streams and shutting down their cities and doing all this infrastructure, and 2-3 years later they still ain't got the game? They're not giving them out. Follow me what I'm saying. Like, think outside the box for 1 second. What if Nintendo has its own pass inside of Steam that you have to pay the Steam or Microsoft $10, and you gotta pay $10 to play Nintendo titles exclusively, some separate part inside of the infrastructure that you log in to play it. Trust me, they're gonna make way more money if you have a year where a new Zelda title drop and you pay $10 a month to play exclusive Nintendo titles on PC, and then they'll put some to keep people locked into it for a whole year. They do some shit like discount if you pay for a whole year up front or 6 months up front, and every month they're gonna release an old version remastered of Zelda that you can go back and play that be open for a limited time. Like, bro, they could do so much different stuff in the future when they're not worried about see, the problem is Nintendo didn't have a competitive console. Nintendo just has the Switch. Nintendo didn't have a PlayStation 5 or a next gen Xbox. Like, they was kind of popped out of the market since 64. You know, Nintendo, the GameCube, like, Nintendo kind of been out of the console war for so long that something like that would make perfect sense to Nintendo. All they got to do is focus on putting their new titles up. Then on top of that, they could sell like merch and exclusive DLC through Nintendo. That, I mean, the shit could get out of hand. The amount of money that Nintendo could make, having like their own streaming service within the streaming service that's exclusive. But I'm saying we're getting to the point where, like, it used to be to build a PC to game on was so expensive that people was priced out of the market. So that's why people play consoles. And you gotta think, we're not just talking about America. America is a small part of the demographic. India and East Asia is a mobile society when it comes to gaming. When you talk about like Japan and China and the UK, the moment is now that you can build a gaming PC cheaper than you can buy a new Xbox or PlayStation. If they do a PlayStation 6 or Xbox XX, the shit gonna cost $700-800. Like, you can go build a gaming PC that's more powerful, long as you got the memory to run it in the internet. Like, we finally, the rubber in the road, man. You gotta remember, when the streaming era hit, you probably had to spend $3,500-5,000 on a PC to be able to run powerful PC titles at the time, and the internet wasn't there. Now we got fiber. The only thing that's really expensive with PCs now is graphics card and memory, bro. Like, people can go a brand new Xbox Series X $500-600, and then you gotta buy a controller and shit. Like, you could go build a gaming PC that can run that. At this point, the technology has caught up to where, like, Nintendo doesn't need console exclusive. They just need to have their own streaming service. It's like a rapper that's waiting for the label. They don't need the label no more. They got to worry about that. Nintendo can just go put their shit on Apple Music and Spotify. They just skip over all the bullshit. That's what I foresee in the future. The EA will have an EA Pass where all the EA titles will be exclusively streamed for a certain amount, where maybe you don't buy Madden and you don't buy college football, you paying $20 a month to stream all EA titles. The same way it would be Nintendo would have their own, the same way the 2K would have their own. I think that's what we're looking at in the future, the same way it is with TV networks. Like, you pay for the shit you want to watch, and everything is ran off a PC. I think that's where we're going. Gears of War E-Day coming out October 6th. I'm not a big Gears of War person. I played it on back in the day on 360, but Gears of War kind of been popular as a franchise. They're not giving their exclusive title. Like, I don't know what part of this you're missing that you're not understanding, that everybody with a PC and a Nintendo Switch could literally pay a service that Sony doesn't have exclusive rights to it and Microsoft doesn't have exclusive right to it. It's literally you logging into a Nintendo service on your PC and playing Nintendo titles. I don't know where you don't get where, like, that has nothing to do with console exclusivity. Like, they don't need the consoles anymore. if you want to play Nintendo titles, you will have to have a PC and log into their shit or have a Switch. Like, it's really right up their alley and really easier for them to do it this way. I think you getting confused and thinking about like the old way of doing it.